few among my people can become spirit-born. As children, the most promising face judgment in the mist. Our trial begins and ends with pain. Those who are not called are culled. For the weak, all paths end here. For the worthy, that path leads to power beyond compare, and a sacred charge to wield it well. Though the mortal world was designed to break us, our hearts, our minds, our bodies, there is another which makes us bold. We are without fear. We are without equal. We walk with the ancient guardians of the unformed lands. Their power is our power. Their cause is our cause. We forge unbreakable bonds in the spirit realm to defeat the horrors of this one. For we are spirit-born.
This is how the world I knew ended.
By three they come. By three thy way opens.
And a new one began. It started with Lilith and Inarius, the creators of Sanctuary. They each had their own twisted plans for humanity. Lilith most of all.
Salvation lies not in the light, but in you.
Our only hope was a wanderer who'd been fed the demon's blood. This bond with Lilith was the key to unraveling her plans. Others joined the cause. I, Loras, was one of them. So was my old friend Donan and Neyrelle. I wish things had turned out differently for her. We learned that Lilith wanted more than to empower humanity.
This key unlocks more than the doors of hell. It unlocks our path to the future.
She aimed to devour her father, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred. He was being reborn in hell.
He's still weak, vulnerable. I must strike before he can resist.
If Lilith succeeded, we'd all be damned. We had no choice but to follow her into hell. The Angel Inarius and his Cathedral of Light were on the demon's trail too. An army of sheep led by a mad lion. The fool saw it as his destiny to kill Lilith.
The heavens do not speak to you anymore.
Through it all, there was another force tugging on the threads of fate. Mephisto himself. He had sent a herald to help the Wanderer hunt Lilith. Not for our benefit, but to save his own hide. Perhaps he was expecting us to join him.
Your lives and those of all humanity depend on what you do next. Choose wisely.
Neyrelle imprisoned Mephisto instead. Doing so also robbed Lilith of the power she so craved. I can't say what went through the demon's mind. Anger, yes, but was there more? Regret? Sadness? With her last breath, she warned us of a dire future.
Without me, you would have no victory.
Neyrelle went off to extinguish Mephisto for good. Her heart was in the right place, but it was a terrible burden to bear alone. Lilith had been cast down, but our battle with hell had just begun.
Cheers, chicham. Mini dumisi cheese. Mini dumisi. Zukudo. Mart solan. Akara. Cheers, chicham. Mini dumisi cheese. Mini.
Boy, young one. Are you all right?
Akara. Cheers, chicham. Mini dumisi cheese. Mini dumisi.
Nerel?
Zukudo. Mart.
Oh, you're not well. Please,
Akara.
please, my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me!
Nerel! Is that how I raised you?
No, Mother. But I must carry this burden alone. I must get to Akarat's tomb.
But look at you. You're killing yourself.
I don't know how much longer I can...
I'm here, little magpie.
I missed you so much.
I'm so proud of you. But now, I need you to give up.
No. Of course it's you! You monster! Let go of me!
Let go. No. You made
A choice.
and I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Surrender.
No! I control the stone!
You hold the stone. You control nothing.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use some help. Cheers, chicham. Mini dumbis. Mini
Leave her be. She suffered enough already. I will tell you what you wish to know. It started last night, with the tolling of the bells.
Behold, the Reverend Mother Prova and the Burn Knight Yorivar, sole survivors of the battle at Hell's Gate.
Today we gather to witness the dawn of a new age. One made possible by the courage and sacrifice of our father Inarius. Yuravar and I have returned from the depths of hell, bearing his message along with the scars of our trials, to show that our devotion has not wavered.
In hell, I was cleansed by battle and flame. Doubt and wickedness were burned away. But in the end, I was preserved. May all who serve the light do the same. This man is a mercenary, sworn to the service of the murderer, Lorath. He tried to hide the Horadrim girl, Neyrelle, from our judgment. A girl who threatens us all by carrying a fragment of the very same evil I battled in hell.
Do you agree to repent of your sins and walk with us in the light?
I do. Bless you, Reverend Mother. Thank you. In the name of the Holy Father, I swear it.
Release him.
With all due respect, Reverend Mother, Father Inaris' mercy was great, but did he not also preach justice? Where then was the mercy for Yosef when Lorath slaughtered him?
Yorivar.
What does it say about the cathedral if we allow such sins to go unpunished? Neither Lorath or the girl have been found. We have gained nothing. So tell me, is he owed mercy? Or is it justice?
Justice! 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 No, please! I told you everything! I repented! No!
You see, his sins were too great, too deep, and his faith was not strong enough to preserve him. Evil will no longer be tolerated in Sanctuary, and we will show the heavens that we are worthy!
What a dismal, faithless existence. That's the problem with you and Horadrim. Such thinking always leads to hubris, and hubris leads to failure. Lorath's no stranger to it. Buried his own brother. Chased away the little one, that brat, Neyrelle. Only comfort left for him is at the bottom of a bottle. Tread carefully, Wanderer. Judgment hungers for you both. And outside the city walls, not even our Reverend Mother will be able to stay its hand.
Deny me again, and you will join the condemned sin. I will ask only once more. What do you know of Lorath Nar?
I know he's a recluse and a drunk, but he's not the one burning people alive.
Silver words from a sinner's tongue. You will atone!
No. Shins broken. Legs are dead weight.
Where is Lorath?
Don't know. No one knows. Third time I've come here looking for him. First time I got caught. Brought a message for the old man. We found Neyrelle.
Neyrelle? Is she safe?
A friend of mine is keeping an eye on her. The steelsmith, Raher. Biggest man in Giakul. He'll know where she's gone.
I am here to seek aid. Horadrim. Lorath. He was profane, yes, but reliable. I see he isn't here. Where is Neyrelle?
As if I'd answer now.
Leave, Prava. Your knights are dead already. No sense in joining them.
My knights? How poorly do you think of me that I would beat a woman half to death? This was Urivar's doing, not mine.
Who is Urivar? What do you know of him?
He was just another man of faith. Another knight marching through hell. Nameless, faceless, I never knew what he truly was. Until now. A repentant man prays for forgiveness, and Urivar burns him alive. There's no faith in such an act, no redemption. Only ego.
You didn't stop him.
No, I didn't. But he's begun a war for the cathedral's heart. To save every life is to lose the war. I am not your enemy, Wanderer. Not when I gave you my blessing. Not when we shed blood together in the streets of Caldeum. And not now. Your mind is poisoned against me, I see that. But in time, you will accept the truth. All those who serve the light must huddle together, lest we die alone in the cold.
It's no use talking to her. Just go. Find Raher. I'll be fine.
Lucky day, friend. You seem to have found him. I hope the cobbler didn't send you. Such a kind heart. Patched up her doorframe once. Now she sends every poor soul that needs a carpenter my way. Only, that's not quite what
I'm here for Neyrelle.
Ah, a friend of Lorath's then. Here, step into my workshop. Some things are best shared in privacy. And comfort. Come. Come, sit. I think better when I'm working. Faye, have you seen my... This is my daughter, Fayira. We can speak freely here. Isn't that right?
I understand you've word of Neyrelle.
Yes, our friend Lorath was on her trail. But he left off. Didn't say why or where to. I saw her, though. She came through town a few weeks ago.
How did she seem?
You needn't be so cautious. I know what she carries. I've seen what it has cost her. Last I saw her, she went in search of passage across the river, into Nahantu.
What? You just let her go off alone? You didn't even offer to help her? What is wrong with you?
Could you fetch the set chisel for me, dear?
Yes, Papa.
Fahira is a foundling. Of circumstance, if not neglect. She and the welfare of this town are the responsibility I have taken onto my shoulders. Just as you, Lorath, and Neyrelle have chosen to carry the burden of creation on yours. I will not trade one for another. Would you?
I suppose not.
You care too much, my friend. But that is a glad thing. Whatever you need while you're on Geokul, I will be by your side. They've returned. Hard to say for certain. Could have been Khazra at one point, could have been people. The infection turns them all into... this. We call them Hollows. First sightings were a month ago, not long after Neyrelle left. Now we're drowning in them. Down south, over the river border to Nahantu. Perhaps you've heard of it. Some of the old Imperial maps have it as Torajan. Only the desperate or foolish actually travel that way, though. The sands might starve you, but the jungle chokes. We don't. The infection started in Nahantu. We can only stymie the flow.
Nahantu? That's where you said Neyrelle's gone. I need to go after her.
I know, and I promise we'll find her. Just as soon as Geokul is safe. Gone. We will remember. Things are worse than I thought. The Hollows are stronger and more numerous than we've ever seen. I promised I'd take you to Nerel, and I mean to keep that promise. But if the Hollows attack Geokul again, if Ira...
I understand. Go. See to your daughter.
Thank you, my friend. We'll meet further down the road and find Nerel together. I swear it.
Even though you traffic with darkness, you have accomplished much good in the eyes of the Cathedral. I can understand why Prava has tolerated you this long. But if the Church is to survive, it must hold tight to its convictions. Either the rules apply to everyone, or they do not actually exist. That builds trust. The heretic Neyrel has fled holy judgment. Wielding the very soulstone she stole from our brethren as they lay dying in hell. Where is the girl?
I see no reason to help you find her, Knight.
How many lives will you trade to protect Neyrel? Is her life worth more than his?
You bastard!
Burn away the darkness!
saved your life. Or Eru, if you like.
Eru, thank you. But why? Why save me?
You're spirit-born, so am I. We look out for each other. What brought you to Nahantu?
I'm looking for my friend, Nirel. She's somewhere out there with a prisoner. A dangerous prisoner. I need to make sure she's all right.
Sounds like we should find her. Don't know. You just washed up on the shore. As for the shaking, you lost blood. Whole river was stained with it. Dying, not dead. I just gave you the kick you needed. Frankly, I'm surprised they worked at all. Thought for sure I was too late. This is Nahantu. Help is needed, so help is offered. Unless you are refusing.
I only lost a limb, but you were run through and drowned. How do you manage?
They wouldn't have, without me.
Eru here patched me up. Perhaps he could help you, too.
No amount of healing will bring back my arm. But Ram might ease the sting.
I'm afraid you will need far more than a drink to ease the pain of that wound.
You're right. Could use a place to sip on it in peace. I know a spot southeast of here. Old friends. Too crafty for their own good.
Imperial ruins like this always had some kind of a secret tunnel built in. There must be another way.
There is. But it'll take some acrobatics. Don't worry, I can manage. Come, down below. Oh yes, but be on guard. There's no telling what's taken up residence inside. My friend, this I cannot do. The knights know my name now. Better to keep them here than in the city, where they might go after my daughter or her father.
Aren't you your daughter's father?
Fayira is well provided for, no matter where she is. And she'll have you know that I'm her papa. My point is, I can do more good here in this place than back in the city. Look, I'll show you. Walk with me a moment, friend.
I'll unbolt the main entrance.
It was a home, a headquarters, and a warehouse all in one for a little band of eccentrics back in the day. The Pale Hand couldn't afford anything nicer. The people who needed us most never had much coin to spend. We called it the Den. Never would have guessed I'd find myself back here where it all started. But whenever you need to hire our help, my friend, the mercenaries of the Pale Hand will be at your service. Fayira will be in her father's good hands by now. He was once a member of the Pale Hand and understands my work with Lorath. This wouldn't be the first time it pulled me from home. He will bring her here when it is safe. Faye's learned to smith blades, but not to work with their wielders. So once I'm set up here, it'll be time to begin the next stage of her training. I wish it was not so, but this is the world she is inheriting. Friend, your heart is in a good place, but you wield it with the subtlety of a hammer. This wound, this loss is mine. Mine to carry, mine to tend. I will grieve it with my family in the privacy of my home. For now, let's stay focused on Nirel. That's where the Pale Hand comes in. We can help fight your fight. My friends from those days are scattered across Sanctuary. I want you to find them and bring them here. It may take some convincing, but I'm sure you can manage.
Black ichor, thick as mud, seeps from the earth, tainting all that it touches. Great hulking demons follow in its wake, bearing portals to the fiendish realms. This is not the wanton chaos of the Triune. This is intimate. This is hatred, seething in the veins of the land. Mephisto's vile corruption has returned. We Zakarum are few, but we shall fight this creeping evil to our last. Will you help us? An illness from this accursed swamp robbed me of my strength years ago. But my conviction remains. I do what I can from here, calling my brothers and sisters to action, and providing what sundries I can to those who aid our fight.
The Spirit-born elders sent me here as emissary to help wanderers like yourself. We sensed the sacred hunt had begun. I've been told that foragers on the central plateau were torn to pieces and eaten while they still drew breath. It may be coincidence, but the timing raises suspicion. Meet me at the site. This may well be the start of your sacred hunt. Indeed, it is. Something came into this world and tore these people apart. See the scorch mark from a portal there?
We just found them. We've no idea how long they've been dead.
The corpses show tooth and claw marks. The work of a beast from between realms, between worlds. A beast you must hunt and destroy. But first, we must find a way into that world. This place is too dry, too devoid of shade and shadows in which to lurk. So the beast will move south, closer to Nahantu. The call of the jungle is too hard to resist.
That tracks. We found a survivor of an attack just south of here at Hakan's Oasis. The stubborn fool refused our help.
Then that's where we look. Meet me at Hakan's Oasis and hope the survivor yet lives.
I told him where we were attacked. The old man ran off after it. Down by the cove. Go now. Leave me.
Will you be all right?
I've made my peace with this world. I'll join my ancestors soon enough.
They were mauled to death. They never stood a chance. This carnage was committed by the creature you are destined to hunt. There is no doubt of that now. We must pursue it. I can feel the presence of a portal, but it is fading. These kills are fresh. Their spirits still linger. I can ask them to help pry open the portal again. No telling what might come through, but I will not complete the opening until I am sure nothing remains. This is your path to the Spirit-born. These are the sacred hunting grounds. A sliver of the spirit realm, a limbo of sorts, between the worlds of the living and the dead. Coming here is not easy for the uninitiated. There are terrible things in this place. Nature's wrath feeds on the malign aspects of the living world, but the spirits normally keep it in check. Given time, wrath will manifest. It will hunt you as you hunt it. But with the guidance and strength of the spirits, you can defeat it. Let us begin. Your first real test with the beast. It knows you now. Again, the path is blocked. I will bring the sacred fire so you can call the spirits for aid once more.
I feel the spirits. I can feel the line of my people all the way back to the beginning.
Yes, the spirits embrace you as a true spirit-born. You honor your circle, like all those before you.
It's beautiful.
The sensation you feel is the power of the spirits. They move through you. They bind you to their world. The sensation will fade, but your power will continue to grow, as will your command of the spirits themselves. There is nothing more left for you here, but take this reward. In any other hands, worthless, but to the few among us, sacred. Now leave, Spirit-born.
He's strong for having such a fresh wound. Though you recovered from yours like it was nothing. I might have helped a bit, sure, but not this much. What makes you so special?
I don't know.
I guess none of us do. Well, we'll say you're blessed by Akarat, and leave it at that. Come, let's find your friend. This boatman died screaming. I hope your friend knows what she's doing. The docks are northwest up here. You should be able to find your way. Go on. I won't be far behind. Just following a hunch. Go. Hollows. Wherever Neyrel goes, there they are. She or that prisoner of hers are being hunted.
All I found was this page, torn from a book.
Let me see that. The devastation of Kurast. A first-hand account. I think I know who wrote this. There's only one place Neyrel could have taken this from. Come. An old friend. Goes by the name of Ormus. I was just a boy when I met him. Scavenging old ruins, sticking my nose where it didn't belong. And he was the village nut. Caught me pilfering from his collection, slapped me on the back and said I reminded him of his own boyhood. He's moved on to bigger and better things now. Travincal? Why would she go there?
I found her notes. I think she hoped to learn something from it.
To learn? Travincal is the site of the Zakarum's bloodiest tragedy. She's mad for going there. You're even worse for following her. And I'll not think about what that makes me for choosing to go with you. We'll need help if we're to survive. A Lightbringer's boon. Come, there's the ritual site south of here. I know just this spirit to call on. If we're lucky, he might even answer. I wouldn't know him. He keeps to himself. Lost souls drunk on the toxins of the wilds. Usually travelers from other shores who didn't know a thing about this patch of sanctuary and never cared to learn. They twist the jungle to their needs, squeeze its lifeblood into poisons. They take and take and take. Careful you don't sip from their brews. You might find yourself hooked as they are. Heni oiso hana. Vihacho Akarat!
Who are you to ask such a boon of me?
You know me, Great One. I am Eru, Elder Spirit-born of Nahantu, faithful steward of the Spirit Realm, and ever your servant.
Rise, Eru. I did not seek service in life, nor do I need it now. Tell me why you seek this gift.
We march on the cursed city of Travincal to save a friend. She is in great danger.
Ah, my child. Your intent is pure, But to place yourself as a giver of salvation can only lead to disappointment and despair. If you do not give her the strength to save herself, you are only postponing loss. But this much I will do. I shall lend you my light to open your way into the darkness of Travancore. And when next we speak, perhaps you will have found greater understanding. Eru, Wanderer, Sewuni Hu Pakik.
You should consider yourself lucky. You've got less to prove than the average boon seeker. He's given us protection against the Hollow Rot. We'll never get a better chance than this. Meet me outside Travancore. Travancore is the heart of every bad thing that's ever happened in Nahantu. The primeval was caged here once, broke his bonds, killed the city. Would kill the world if we let him. Swells abroad as far as the eye can see, and you're chomping at the bit to wade right in. Slow down, friend. You may have a spirit's blessing, but this place smothers all holy things. I'll need to tend our connection to the spirit. Keep the flame lit, so to speak. The ritual might attract attention, though. So be ready, and watch my back. We'll need to spread this light across the city, one sconce at a time. Travancore was a Zakarum city. These old hunks of metal still remember the holy light they once carried. They are anchors for the spirit I call them. They strengthen his boon, offer a place for his energy to rest, and a moment of respite. Not just for us, but for the spirits of all who perished here too. Let's be honest with one another. Wherever your friend goes, death follows. Now she walks right into Travancore. Right into the old prison of the Lord of Hatred. Tell me the truth. Neirel's prisoner. Who is it?
Mephisto.
Well, it's out in the open now. I'm not saying I like it, but there might still be time to save her. Are you sure he's the prisoner? Doesn't matter. Let's go. Into the dark.
What has Mephisto done to you?
We have each played a part in what has happened here. Friend, you told her you trusted her more than yourself to do what she thought was right. You abdicated your choice to this child, and she has already been poisoned by the stone. Going to war with me will only make her suffering worse. Surrenders. A wasteful outcome for both of us. How long do you think she can survive?
Only she can unmake her prison. Seek Abulan, for he has strength to lend her.
I don't think she has long at all. That trance is the one thing keeping Mephisto at bay. If we interrupt her now, she'll be lost to us. But don't give up on her yet. This is Nahantu. Help is needed, so help is offered. And Akarat believes she can still be saved. That's enough for me. Abulan is a spirit. As for how he'll help, only Akarat knows. Abulan saved my life once, a long, long time ago. Funny to be asking for his help again. Who else?
Akarat. He was...
beautiful. I know. I think he's the reason Neyrelle is still holding on. Akarat said that Neyrelle needs Abulan's aid. If he believes Abulan can help her, we'd best listen. Go. Leave Travenkar. Travel southeast. We'll meet in Korast.
Eru sent me. He asked me to point you to the council chambers, at the Sikurat Peak. They've pulled him into a meeting. Looked bad. Whose feathers did he ruffle this time?
And who are you, stranger, to ask after Abulan?
A friend. My friend. I vouch for him, without hesitation.
Eru.
Abulan will not be easy to find. He has a mural in the Undercity, but it's in the old tongue. You will need an interpreter.
I'll interpret. If Eru believes Abulan needs to be found, so be it.
Thank you, Maka. Let's go before she changes her mind. Meet me outside.
Stranger! Watch your tongue!
Calm yourself, Iso. Ormus isn't some fledgling to be cupped in your hands. You speak to Ormus, stranger, but not Ormus alone. Sometimes he shares his voice with others. At this moment, you also speak to Adaja, the first breather. She greets you.
How does anyone know Eru? He insinuates himself into your life, and lives are usually better for it.
Maka? She's a friend, of sorts. A bit rude, a bit rash. We've butted heads over the years. You can trust her, though. But what? What's wrong?
There's something you need to know. I was once fed the blood of a demon, Lilith. That blood forged a bond from me to her. I killed her, but she's still a part of me. I know it. You vouched for me at the council. You called me your friend. Would you take it back, knowing what I carry with me?
Ages ago, when I was a child, a spirit came to our town. Wherever the spirit went, death followed. So a spirit born, Tatha, he stands up, asks the spirit, "Why do you bring death to my town?" The spirit tells him the truth. "I'm lonely. I just want some company."
I've heard this story before.
Walk with me. You saved your home. This Lilith, she is dead. Just an echo in your blood. What you're feeling now is the misery of being the one who must live with her. Don't let the misery drown you. And don't fear my judgment of all things. You must remember the home you saved. Hold it close to your breast. Because it's the only thing you have.
Thank you, Arrow.
Don't get used to it. Go. You have a mural to find.
It says, this time of year, Abulan will be on his fallow walk in the field of giants.
Haven't been there in years.
Not since your trials, I'd guess. Must be what? A century ago?
Maka. The field of giants isn't far. Speak to Ormus. Tell him what we found. We'll meet you on the road.
Abulan is the mender of veils. He wanders all across Nahantu, sometimes beyond.
We haven't seen him in quite some time.
He may have left us for good.
But we won't know for certain if we don't search. So we search. We hope you find him. Abulan hasn't been seen for some time. We don't know what you will find in the wilds. So the Council has decided to offer you some additional aid. These stones are ancient relics from the time of the first druid. The runes inscribed on them will protect you from the evils of this world. Take them. Use them for good.
You will be given a rare gift, my friend. A glimpse into a realm that few know exist and fewer still ever touch. Its beauty will mark your soul for all time.
You've got him started now.
I was just a boy when I first reached past the veil and saw one of the ancient spirits. I knew then I would spend my life preserving this place.
Ah, so you've never been normal. I thought this all started when you trained me.
I'm not saying I wasn't afraid. The spirits are strange, grotesque, yet so very beautiful and fragile. Don't hide your fear, but do not shy away. Then, Abulan may hear your plea.
We'll open up a tear to the spirit realm, so you may call out to him. Hollows have breached the spirit realm.
We have to go in there.
You and me, maybe. But them? The pain will shatter their mind.
I can do pain. If it'll help Nirel, I'll take the risk.
Nerel has poisoned the one thing that could save her. All of Nahantu is risk for her choices.
We'll need an entryway. He had worshippers once, many years ago. They might have left something to point the way. I'll check their old grounds.
Me too. I shouldn't have snapped. But all this pain... I know she was guided here. But still, I curse the day she brought that stone to Nahantu.
She cannot hear you, Wanderer. You think you know her. But I am one with her mind.
They put the world on me. Others' burdens always on me. Mother's health, Donan's grief, Lorath's failure. And at the end of it all, a choice they should have...
You misunderstand. I come to offer you a way to aid her. She is dying, but she doesn't need to. She will survive if she frees me from the stone. The prophecy speaks true. My brothers are coming, and when they arrive, they will not bargain with you, Wanderer. You will not defeat them, not alone. We were formidable allies in hell. Our partnership could yet bear fruit. Talk to Nerel when you reach her. Offer her this relief. You let her choose me once. She may yet choose me again.
How many times has he invited you to talk? How many times have you accepted?
More than I'd like. He thinks if he can get me alone, he can manipulate me. I know better than to listen to the wolf.
That beast really is Mephisto, then?
Just an aspect of him, from what I can tell. The whole of him is held in the stone. He's getting stronger, though. That wolf has grown larger since I saw it last.
And what exactly did he say this time? Actually, don't tell me yet. I want to be sitting down when I hear the answer. Promise me we'll talk about this later. Come. Maka will be waiting for us.
Other shrines, ritual sites, anything connected to Al-Bulan. Keep your guard up. The Lakuni have made a den of this place.
No. Your circle wouldn't have taught you this one. It takes an elder's control to be at peace with the pain. Ready, Maka?
I am.
Royise, Wukise, Royise, Wutsa. Wukbiwese, Wokbangi, Wu Chowam. Royise, Wukise, Royise, Wutsa. Wokbiwese, Wokbangi, Wu Chowam. Pewusocha, Weke Pipa, Simahe, Chope Nenchiowu, Eva. Do not fight the pain. You will not win. Let it move you. Let it carry you through. That'll be the ritual. It's what's keeping you in one piece. The spirit realm is constantly shifting, blending. You would too, unaided. That's the beauty of this place. It's raw energy given life. Every stone, every drop of water is no more dead than you are. Change, growth, is the only law that governs here. It's nauseating, it's breathtaking, it's alien, it's primordial. And for spirits such as this handsome fellow, it's the most natural thing in the cosmos. If it helps, I feel the same pain. Embrace it. It will make you a better spirit-born. Let the pain be your anchor to your body. Now, let's go. Whatever threatens Abulan, threatens the whole of this realm.
Hands upon hands, upon hands, upon hands.
No. I was the one who failed Abulan. Ana accepi. Na hanan se nam nan pa na ho nukwe. Sewik biwo saben. Bula lese kuki se. Thank you, Abula. Naku he awaku.
From death springs new life. That was an ugly rot. But the spirits will change it, as it has changed them. I only wish Eru could see. Go and find out. I'll hang back for Eru. When he's back on his feet, I'll send him to meet you. The council will want to know what's happened. And listen, I know it must feel awful, but today, you made your circle proud.
Don't be. He was sick. You gave him a gift. Mercy. I didn't have it in me to do that for him. So, thank you. Now, tell me, do you think you can do it again?
What?
I mean, Neyrelle.
You really think she's been lost?
No. Never saw the point of despair. But we'd be fools not to consider all the cards. She might still be fighting. She might not. Either way, she'll still need you. Focus on that, my friend. Come what may, you'll be there for her. It's gotten worse in here.
I was once a part of Akarat, I think. He was indeed human, and so very loved. So much that when he lay dying, none of his dedicants would let him go as he wished. One of them, the first of the Spirit-born, found a way to chase his soul to the spirit realm. I do not know what she did there, only that it hurt when I was born. I never wanted to be immortalized. Never wanted my words cited in the justification of wrongdoing. The Zakarum did all that, and worse. But they were enabled by my loved ones, my dedicants. They made sure that when I died, I left behind much more than I intended. Words, images. This form I take now, even. I think this room was built to honor them. And though they betrayed me, though I should be angry, it gladdens me to see their faces after all these years. Had you sought Abulan before going to Neyrel, you would have returned to find her dead, or worse, puppeted by her enemy. She was fading even then. For days she has battled Mephisto's influence. But the sight of you, the reminder that she is not alone, was more powerful than any potion. By being there in that moment, you helped her more than you could ever know.
Spoken so freely.
It is beautiful to wander free of shame. I help you to help Neyrel. Nahantu depends on her. Say it plain, Eru. An honest question for an honest answer.
It was she who brought the prime evil here to begin with. She who drew the hollows.
The stone woke the hollows, but Mephisto planted them centuries ago. They were here when I still walked as a mortal, when I first fought and scarred the wolf, long before the fall of Kurast. The stone is bound to her soul, and the stone must be put to rest. Saving her soul will save all of us. Go. She needs you now.
Akarat chis chacham mili dambith ichith mili dambith ut su kodom solan akarat.
I couldn't get the Guardian's blessing, but we think consuming its heart will free you. And Tarsarak, you asked me if anything I do matters. I've been thinking about what I said, that with good allies, the weight of our burdens gets easier. Neyrel. It's me. I'm here for you.
Mephisto to manifest his herald, just as it costs me to hold control of the stone. But that heart you fed me, it was like nothing I've ever felt before. It threw the life back into me. For now, the stone is secure. And while that lasts, we will have reprieve from the wolf. I had words rehearsed in case you or Lorath ever tracked me down. All I can say now is I'm really happy to see you too.
You did good in there.
I had help. Thank you for that.
I'm Eru, but don't thank me. Thank the spirit whose heart I carved out for you. It was a gamble and a half, but you made it worth it. You saddled the stallion. You're back on top of the stone. Now I have to ask, what the hell do you plan to do with it?
A very good question. But its answer demands some research. Where's Nahantu's best library?
To Kurast, then. Good. Whatever it is you're thinking, you'll need the Council's blessing anyway.
Promise me you'll rest after?
How could I? Every dream is Mephisto's stage. Once we deal with the stone, then I will rest. I've been struggling with something. In hell, when we didn't know who to use the Soul Stone on, why did you ask me to choose?
Between Lilith in my veins and Mephisto in my ears, I couldn't trust myself.
But you could trust me? A grieving child? I got stuck. I messed it all up.
I was our group's fist. Killing is my trade. Donan was our stone mage. Lorath our leader. And you were our compass. Always looking north, to Sanctuary and her future. Weighed by burdens, but not swayed by them. I'm sorry for putting that on you, but I don't regret it. Despite Mephisto's best efforts, you are still you. That alone is proof I didn't choose wrong.
You think too highly of me. Next time, we choose together. All right, friend? Come on. They're waiting for us in the council room. This soul stone, like every other, will eventually come to fail. So we strengthen it. I've read of a massive well of energy stored in the lost tomb of Akarat. It could empower the stone, sever its bond to me, and trap Mephisto. For good this time.
You would smear that filth on the heart of Nahantu?
Not Nahantu, the spirit realm. One of Akarat's dedicants writes of a passageway in the tomb to his true resting place, a vault of light where spirits fly.
No. I was glad to help you. But I'm sorry. I can't let you defile Akarat's resting place.
Eru, this was Akarat's plan. He has given his blessing.
What? But why?
This council will not stand against the wishes of Akarat. Short of dooming all Sanctuary, no other plan has been proposed.
There are tablets related to Akarat scattered about Teganze. Perhaps they might point the way to the tomb.
Fine, for now. But listen, if I start to act weird, you'll have to take the stone to the vault. I'm not going to want to give it to you. You'll have to stop me and take it from me. Probably, you'll have to kill me.
Neyrelle.
Don't argue. Not about this. I'm out of second chances now. And I'd rather die by your hands than be warped by Mephisto. So please. Ugh, I asked him the same thing. He said, were I to guide you to the Vault of Light, you would not be the person you need to be to open the door to it. Which is infuriating.
Now, Ormus can't think of a better one, and he has thought long and hard. The Hantu has survived the Lord of Hatred more than once. She will survive this time too. Ormus only hopes you will live to see it. Of course.
Ormus, this stranger brings war to Nahantu.
Oh, really, Iso? Would you have the Cathedral of Light roam Nahantu without check? Would you have Uravar tell us what is right? No. We will protect our home and those who walk within it. They carry the raw essence of magic. Powerful tools, no doubt. Better in a capable wielder's hand than collecting dust in a forgotten cache. Or so Ormus believed. He, of course, stole them. They protected Nahantu from Travancore, and now they can protect you.
So it was for eons before humanity was birthed. So it will be for eons more.
You can't know that.
But I do know this. No matter what shape it will take, it was never for us to control.
There is. Take that foul rock and leave Nahantu for good.
Ormus thinks not. You would delay the inevitable? Let Mephisto loose in Skosglen or Aranach or Shiensai? Choke Nahantu, nice and slow? The world is larger than our home, Eru. We must all do our part.
I will do what is asked of me. But it had better work. We've sacrificed too much for it not to.
Buried in the dead somewhere. You'll have to go digging.
You're not coming with us?
Not this time. Haven't had a chance yet to honor Arbulan's death. We've waited long enough.
Oh, I understand. And... I'm sorry.
We know. I'll pass it along in ritual. Try to let go of that guilt, child. The blame lies with Mephisto, not with you.
It's etched in the same hand. Help was asked, so help was offered. Is that what we're supposed to do? Ask for help? Look, new words have appeared. He bade me southwest to the crevasse that hid his friends. Southwest. That's our next heading. He helped me bear the weight of the stone. I buckled under that weight on the river into Nahantu. It was bad. I was losing myself. He had called me to Nahantu, but I didn't truly see him until after the boat. I thought I was seeing mad visions at first, but he was real. And he soothed me, and brought me back to myself. I would already be lost to Mephisto without him. I can't know for sure, but this place, it's more like a shrine than a collection of knowledge. There's almost an aching that saturates their writing. They loved him, while he lived and after he died. Perhaps they chose to die here, to wrap themselves in death with all the ways he touched their life. Yes, his final rest. That has to be his tomb, near a place called Samuk. Hopefully Eru or Maka can tell us where that is.
I've survived worse.
Where's Eru?
Taken. Alive. They made sure of that. They took off northeast of here.
You should stay and tend to your injuries. We can bring him back.
No, I'll go with you. They should not have harmed Eru. I have tolerated those armored fools on Teganze soil long enough. What is?
The Soul Stone. It can be volatile. It can make me see things. Make me lash out.
To deny your pain is to deny yourself. Don't push it down. guided through you. Your struggle only serves your prisoner. Look at me. I'm here, and I'm real. Breathe with me, Neral. This will pass.
Thank you, Maka. This will pass. No. It's not safe to be near me. You go on ahead. I'll handle it alone.
It isn't courage to refuse help. It is fear.
I should be afraid. You could die, Maka.
Of course I could. So could we all. The stone threatens the whole of the world. But it's you who promises to save it. And that burden is too heavy for any single person to bear. Come, Nera. Let us carry it with you.
Thanks to you. Hey, we're even now. You came at a good time. Their leader, was he the one that stabbed you? He's personally picking out knights for a search party. Now's a good chance to leave before he sets out.
I can't let him live. Not with the threat he poses to Neyrel. Everyone, stay here. I'll handle this.
I was going to take you back to Kjovishad. Offer you the privilege of a fair trial. But your scorched body on a pike will do as much to strengthen our future in the church and bury Prava in the past, where she belongs. Deal with them, knights. I saw my corpse, and from my mouth crawled hatred. A father burned his children on a pyre, and the mother molded a new age from the ashes. It is only you and I here, Wanderer. No reason for theatrics, just truths. That fool Ignarius dragged the cathedral into hell because of a poem scribbled out by a half-breed abomination. Then you escort that girl to our destruction and call it righteous. And you think I am the one who is mad? I offered the people order. I offered them salvation. I offered them a light against the darkness. What do you offer?
The girl killed one of the only people trying to be her friend.
Don't blame the child. Blame the stone.
Maka, you damn fool. Why didn't you run?
Ero, you know better than that. This is Nahantu. Help was needed, so help was offered. It is who we are.
Maka. Akaratsi.
sent me to you. I stayed when you told me of Lilith. I stayed when you spoke with Mephisto. But this... I can't stay anymore. Akarat asks too much of me. The price of your friendship is too high. Go. Take the child with you and go.
I told her to stay away. I told her, but she wouldn't listen. She thought she could reach me again. But she couldn't. Not this time. You can end it. You can end it and take the stone. You can get it to the tomb. I know you can.
Nirel, we don't know that. Killing you might just free Mephisto. We need to see this through. And we will. Together.
You sound like Maka.
Maka believed in you. So do I. And I've survived far worse than that stone.
Then let's get to that tomb. And finish this for good. Friends shouldn't lie to each other. Maka said Samuk is far southwest of here. I'll return to Kurast to chart our path. Right. We just need to reach the tomb. I'll search this way. It's happening again. Get away from me! The wolf shows me visions sometimes. Or memories. Maka's blood. It was everywhere. Warm. The stench of it. I'm sick of wasting time on his daydreams. Let's find a way to cross. What do you think I'm trying to do? Do you think I want this?
Hold on. I'm...
What? What's wrong with you?
It's Lilith's blood. It's still there, still clawing at me.
You're still hiding things from me. We agreed to do this together. But you're just like them. Like Lorath, keeping secrets. Wait, no. I'm sorry. He's twisting everything. I don't want to be angry. Not at you. I need to think. I need to make him quiet again. Let me think. Weeping himself, the child wiped her tears. The flies, they fed upon sick flesh. The fog, its mothers, all the sun dripped without blood. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I know you're trying just as hard as I am. But what if he's changing me? Permanently? What if I'm becoming someone not worth trying for?
Nirel.
No, I'm alright. I'm here. Let's just get to the tomb and finish this. Where is everyone?
Hiding from you. And those weapons you carry.
We mean no harm. We come seeking the tomb of Akarat.
Do you now? You don't look like pilgrims.
We're not. We were sanctioned by the Council in Kurast to make this journey.
The Council? You spoke with Eru then?
Yes, but...
And where is he? Trying grounds, I'll bet. He was always sneaking off there, when he was your age. I suppose he's meditating.
greeting that patch of jungle like an old friend.
You know him well.
All right. If you're meant to find the tomb, Akarat will guide you. But I'll give you a kick in the right direction. I won't see Edu's work go to waste. Akarat has many faces. They will point the way. He was little once. Grew up in that home right over there. Until he was old enough for the trial. He had the talent, all right. He was always driving his folks mad, shirking chores to run off to the grounds. He was a good boy, a good man now. You must be all right if he trusts you. No one does, stranger. But I know where the trail ends. The sooner you hit that dead end, the sooner you'll leave Samuk in peace.
I'm not so sure. I felt something when I was chanting. Mili lilimbi thusud, thu kudo, mart solan. Look, a tablet out of thin air. Why did that work? Huh. Light need only be kindled. Perhaps it was about hope. The rest is in another language. It looks like the old tongue of Nahantu. I don't know what it means, but I think I can pronounce it at least. Na ipan, ban kike, ban lucha, ban kik, sene we koho. Ipan. I know that from my map. It means south. I'm not sure of the rest. Let's check south of the village. I don't understand. What did I do wrong? This can't be all for nothing.
On this, we can agree, Nerel. We must make our sacrifices mean something.
Eru!
You came back.
Do you remember the story of Tata, my friend?
The Spirit-born and his spirit. Tata asked, "Why do you bring death to my town?" The spirit says, "I'm lonely."
Tata takes the spirit's hand, and they leave the town together. The spirit will never be lonely again, never hurt another soul. The town is saved.
Are we your killer spirit then, Eru? Bonded until the end?
Something like that. Maka gave her life for Nahantu. I will honor her sacrifice. I will take your hand, Nerel, and I will walk beside you. This much I can give. Those words you said in the old tongue, they weren't meant for one mouth. I'll start, then you both come in. Bang Kike!
Ban lucha!
Ban kik sene wakoho.
Unbelievable!
Oh, Akarat. How they must have loved you to make wonders such as these. This path. Akarat's dedicants carved a window into the veins that echo from the spirit realm. A way to glimpse the realm's infinite glory without the risk of causing it harm. It is a wonder beyond my greatest imaginings. And I bring poison directly into its heart. So be it. Ban Kike.
Ban lucha!
Van kik sene wakoho.
Ban Kike.
Ban Lucha!
The ritual stone is active. Its magic already flows. We've only got one chance.
Ban kik sene wakoho.
Hold on. I hear a big one coming. Let's clear the table before we sit to eat.
Ban kike.
Ban Lucha!
Ban kik sene wakoho.
A trial, perhaps. Two hands reaching for each other. No, I feel emptied out, exhausted. But thank you for asking.
Cruel, isn't it? How sometimes what's best for us hurts the most. That they are. I'll call on Akarat's light again. Oh, strange. My connection to the spirits feels weaker. There. Had to reach out a bit further, was all.
What ritual?
You'll see. I'll need your help, both of you. This will be harder without Maka.
Ro yi se, wu ki se, ro yi se, wu wu ca.
Can let go now.
I dreamed of this moment for so long. At last, my mind is quiet. My own. This place will be a far better warden for that stone than I.
Thank you for helping her, Arrow.
Don't. I do this for Nahanto. Spirits, forgive me. You deserved better from me. I've done my part. See that you do yours.
This is not the end I wanted for us.
Enough! Damn your games and your lies.
Such sweet hatred. One moment of betrayal, and my blood sings in you. Few mortals are so worthy of their birthright. Come, child of my child. I will give you the violence you long for.
It's all right. I know you need to go now. You've done more for me than I could ever imagine. I promise I won't forget. I promise I won't give up. You don't need to look after me anymore. It's time for you to go.
When death first came for me, the embrace of the spirit realm awaited. But now, I am afraid. Mephisto's voice has been silenced, but hatred, like fear, persists. Remember this in the days to come, that in the end, Akarat was afraid.
Akarat, wait! Will I ever see you again?
Yes, Snaperound. You will.
His spirit is now. Joining with Mephisto made it possible for us to win. But it cost Akarat his immortal soul. It was torn to shreds. I don't think there's anything left of him. He has given enough to Sanctuary. I wish there was something, anything, I could do for him in turn. We should have put him down then. The Soul Stone was originally tailored for Astaroth. It was never meant to contain a prime evil. Mephisto was getting stronger and stronger inside of it, and the Herald with him. It was only a sliver of him. But he is immortal. In a way, you killed a sliver of infinity. Next time, we'll finish the job. That corpse laid in the spirit realm for over 1,000 years. Who knows how much power it holds now? And Mephisto has puppeted the bodies of enough saints to give me an idea of what he's planning next. We have to stop him, no matter what. Let's find Eru and get some answers. Stop running and face us, Eru!
There will be time enough for that, my friend.
We aren't friends. You've made that more than clear.
What did he give you to betray us, Eru? Was it worth it?
Mephisto has sworn to spare all that I love from what is to come. Even knowing I will never see it, I would not unmake my choices.
You can't trust Mephisto to keep his promises. He will break this deal the first chance he gets. It isn't too late. Just tell us what you did with the stone and the body. We can still make this right.
I have not come here to make this right. There is no making this right. There is only what you are owed. A reckoning. Today, I have chosen to break your trust. And every day I live, I must choose to do it again. And I say to you that I am not that strong.
Enough of this. Stop making excuses.
Here is what you want, then. Here is your vengeance. Come and take it!
Oh, Eru. He picked a fight he knew he wouldn't win. Bringing Mephisto into the vault nearly killed him. And when it didn't, he asked us to finish him. To end his pain.
You're sure this is the right move? Letting him go?
I know how it feels. To carry the guilt of hurting someone. And I know too well what it's like to wrestle with the Lord of Hatred. Eru made the only choice he thought he could. It's infuriating. It's crushing. But he's already done the worst he can do to us. Let him wrestle with himself now. It's what Akarat would want. If we kill him, we rob him of the choice to be better. It's time we return to the Horadric Vault. It might have something, anything, that could help us against Mephisto. Maybe. Everything before Mephisto is distant. A dream that turned out to be my life. I remember she loved me. And that's enough. It needs to be enough. We came here for a reason. Knowledge. The vault's bound to have something we can use against Mephisto. Let's go. Anything. Anything that might help us find Mephisto. Anything that might stop him. I spent so much time with him, and yet learned so little. He is a labyrinth with nothing at its center. I don't think so. Maybe I miss who I thought he was. But not the reality of him. He's a good man. He tried his best.
I've been following you since you arrived in the peaks. On Prava's behalf. She wants to see you.
Prava's knights hunted Neyrel across half of Sanctuary. Do you take us for fools?
I would have asked the same. Not so long ago. Then Prava saved my life. She's changed. Or maybe the world has. Either way, give her a chance. She's waiting for you at Laura's place.
I hear Urivar is dead. By your hand?
Yes.
Good. Easier to obscure your part in his death than hers. Neyrel, the Church has been searching for you for quite some time.
I'm aware.
Such a chill, and so near the hearth. I didn't want this war with you, child. We are enemies of circumstance. But circumstances can change.
Why are we here, Prava? Would you have us beg forgiveness?
Perhaps someday. But in this moment, I only ask for peace. Inarius' death cracked the foundation of our faith. Urivar's actions tore those cracks asunder. If the cathedral is to survive, it will need my full attention. And even though you no longer carry the stone, you are not relieved. the threat of the Lord of Hatred remains.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Then we have a shared enemy. Let our feud be over. In time, when word spreads, you, all of you, will be friends of the Church once more. I swear it.
A friend of the Church? Lorath won't know what to do with himself. Are you okay?
Yes. I was just thinking about something Eru told me once. You must remember the home you saved. Hold it close to your breast, because it's the only thing you have.
You have saved more than one home, my friend. Not everything he told you was a lie.
Why did he do it? Did we push him to this?
No, this is on Mephisto. I know how he works. He shows us truths so deep and terrifying that it makes us question our choices, ourselves, our friends. If he can make us hate who we are, his work is nearly done.
That's what he's been doing to us all this time.
But it didn't work on you. And because of that, I am free of the stone. And we are standing here together, ready to face whatever comes next.
Neyrelle, promise me something.
Anything.
When we find Mephisto, you let me be the one to kill him.
We are all villains in someone else's story. The Haradrim know this better than anyone. We've all made hard choices to protect what we love. Choices that seem necessary, even righteous in the moment. But the Lord of Hatred excels at turning the blade of righteousness back into our guts just to hear us scream. The choices we made in hell had aftershocks we are only now beginning to understand. How would history paint us for the path we'd taken? How would it paint Eru? Eru made his choice out of love and despair. I can hate him and still understand why he did it. And how it made him the devil's perfect tool. Another twist to the blade of righteousness. Perhaps Eru believed it was all worth it. The Hantu and the spirit realm were spared from Mephisto's touch. But that only meant they were cursed to watch the rest of the world wither. In the age of hatred to come.
Beloved shepherd of the light, after eternity of vigilance, you are betrayed, and by your own flock. Pity. Now the wolf shall rise anew. Wrapped in the guise of man, I shall walk amongst the innocent.
salvation.